let's get into some hot topics. Everybody knows R. Kelly was found guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking by a federal jury. Well, shortly after the verdict, R. Kelly released this statement to his fans. To all my fans and supporters, I love you all and thank you for the support. Today's verdict was disappointing, and I will continue to prove my innocence and fight for my freedom. Hashtag not guilty. Well, Kelly's ex-wife, Drea Kelly, said that when it comes to the verdict, her heart is in two places because she has children with Kelly, but her heart also goes out to the victims and the courage it took for them to come forward with the story. Should R. Kelly just hang it up and prepare for his sentencing, or should we expect a never-ending legal battle from him and his attorneys when he's negative $2 million in the hole with his money? What do y'all think?
I mean, at this point, he should most definitely leave it alone, but I definitely think it's a survival tactic. I mean, you know, anybody's going to prison is going to claw, scratch, and do whatever it is they need to do to try to get out. But it ain't happening, sir. I wish he would have depleted all of his money so he'd have been able to leave his children something. But I got a question. Are we considering this verdict? Are we listening to R. Kelly music or no?
Well, in my opinion, I really honestly think that we should all rethink R. Kelly's songs that we've learned to love. Because if we think about it, was he really singing about adult women or was he singing about young girls?
I just want to say that I don't think he wrote that statement. Don't they say he can't read? Right.
Well, maybe you know, in jail, they have GED classes and stuff, and he's been in there for a long time. So maybe he was taking some classes.
Well, you know, I'm sure somebody helped him write that. But I'm going to tell you what was so interesting about what the U.S. Attorney Geddes said. She noted that in the statement Friday and again on Monday at the sentencing that he ran an enterprise, and that enterprise was not only marketing his brand and his music, but also exploiting little girls and boys and women. And the attorney also said that there were people that were enablers, like his ex-wife, parents, handlers, and other enablers that were a part of that enterprise. So my question is, are those enablers going to be held accountable for what they did for over 30 years with R. Kelly?
They most definitely should.
They should be, but I kind of get tired of it feeling like that's kind of taken away from R. Kelly. Like, but he didn't do it alone. Yeah, true. But like, I'm focusing on the justice that those young girls and boys got, because for a long time it was, well, she's fast, and what was she doing in this room, or she had a motive, or she wanted a career, which may be true, but at the end of the day, he's the adult, he's the star, he's the one that, if it wasn't for his actions, what he wanted to do, there'd be nothing to facilitate. But yeah, they can get their day, I'm sure.
You know what baffles me too? I just don't understand how he was so preoccupied with sex. I mean, between touring, writing all this music, creating this songwriting legacy, being in the studio, when did you even have time to have all of this sex? I like to think that I have a pretty active and healthy sex life, and I probably have sex 3 times a month. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe once a week.
Cut it out.
That's it?
That's it. I mean, because I don't have a stable person. And so how is he having all this sex and working?
Because this is for him, this was an addiction. So it's just like any other addiction. You find time to do your drug. I mean, if you smoke cannabis, you smoke when you get up, you smoke when you take a break in the middle of the day, you smoke at the end of the day, and you still have a very functioning day. The same with the other drugs. You find time when you have an addiction for your addiction. So
I mean, yeah. And he got away with it for a very, very long time. And you know, justice has been served. We've been talking about it and whispering about it for years. And now you can't say it's an allegation. It's an actual conviction.